Hi everyone, welcome back to Baka Bitches. We are two 30-something-year-olds who love to drink and talk about anime. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to Hannah to quickly go through our anime disclaimers.
Yes, because you'll need them just in case you don't want sensitive ears listening. But yeah, this is fair warning, a podcast that we're going to be talking about there's going to be language, there's going to be cursing because we're drinking, there's going to be drinks. So
What the fuck are you talking about?
I know.
What kind of fucking language is happening in
this
here?
This is bullshit. I know.
It's a family show.
So sorry.
Please don't watch this with your family.
Yeah, don't do it.
Watch it in private.
With the door closed and locked. But yeah, so there's going to be language. There's probably going to be some sexy talk in here.
Some adult themes.
Definitely a lot of adult themes. And that ranges
references
from,
to sexuality.
Yes, sexy sex time and daddies. Lots of daddies.
So many daddies. All the daddies with an I-E-S. Daddies.
Daddies.
Probably some dark elements. Some things that might be uncomfortable. Death.
Sex, violence, drug use.
Mm-hmm. Heavy themes.
We're gonna talk about it all. So if you're a little sensitive about those subjects, please just be aware that it's to your discretion, and don't come at us for watching in dub. Okay?
Mostly don't come at us for that, because we are Baka Bitches and we are not reading subtitles.
We are not. Maybe on our own time, but this is podcast time, and we gotta go with the English. We gotta go with the English so we absorb it all.
Enjoy, guys.
Enjoy. Hello everyone, and welcome to Baka Bitches. We are two 30-something-year-olds who love to drink and talk about anime. I'm Hannah.
I'm Stephanie.
And Stephanie, what are we drinking tonight?
Tonight we are drinking a shit ton of liqueur.
Yeah.
Mostly vodka.
Mm-hmm. I'm feeling it. It's feeling
with
good.
With a mixy mix of some limes that I picked up.
Yeah. I love that you have limes like on hand all of the time.
It is my thing. I am known for that. I am that friend who always has the citrus fruits. Mm-hmm. Or that people bring the citrus fruits to.
Yeah, it's like
so I always have an infinite supply of citrus fruits.
And it really helps with
to add to drinks.
Yeah, you need that acidity sometimes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so that's great. It's good.
It's good. I love this for us.
Yeah. So
we're on episode 10.
We are.
Of Inuyasha, which I am now saying correctly.
You are getting it.
Only I could say all the other names correctly now.
We'll also get there, maybe, in a way. I mean, aside from the one-offs.
Sure.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't count, yeah.
Anyways,
So our wiki synopsis for episode 10, what does that look like?
Real short and to the point.
Oh.
So this is titled Phantom Showdown, The Thunder Brothers versus Tetsusaiga. And it says, Shippo uses his illusionary tricks to save Kagome. When Hiten fuses with Manten for 2 jewel shards to increase twofold, Inuyasha summons Tetsusaiga with the sheath to kill them. Which is also not accurate to what happened in this episode. But it's fine.
It's fine.
We'll get to it.
Yeah, it's fine. At least I took copious notes this time.
Yeah, you did. Way more than me. So that helps.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, I never take notes. I just sit here and watch.
She just absorbs.
I do. I absorb.
Like a sponge.
Like osmosis. Like.
Harem.
Oh, yeah. So we open up to just a gaggle of beautiful girls in pretty long, like, linen
Togas.
or toga, like, fancy, pretty clothes. And Manten in a chariot, like, bookend by other pretty girls in this chariot.
Oh, yeah.
And he's flying through the clouds.
He do come swooping in.
He do become swooping in. And he has this head of hair.
Lustrous.
Luscious, thick.
He's
So,
still
yeah.
ugly as fuck.
Oh, has
He
sin.
still just looks like a giant toucan beak. But his hair
But, like,
was
fleshy.
on fleek.
Yeah, and that is in this
That was his pride and joy.
Yeah.
It was his thing that made him feel seen and worthy.
Yeah, and so he's like flying through the clouds, and all of these girls are adoring him because of his hair.
Yes.
And
All bitches care about is hair.
that's it. That's all. Like, you can be the shittiest person in the world, but if you have some nice ass hair, we're done.
We're done.
We're just
Game over.
We're folded. We're just anything you want, I guess. Except for the fact that, like, you can have the nicest head of hair, and, like, if you treat me like shit, I'm just not. I'm shaving your head when you're asleep, is what I'm doing.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. I feel very scared now that I've slept next to you many nights.
Have you been shit to me?
No.
Then okay.
Okay.
You don't have
Oh
a
my god.
problem.
Oh my god, that was so threatening, you guys. Guys, I need a bodyguard.
She's like curling up, like really close to
And
her.
I'm about to take my hair.
Only when you're asleep, and like how often am I in the same
You're
room
not even
as
taking my
you?
hair, you're just taking pictures of me. This is fine.
Yeah.
No, Steph, I don't take photos. I can't help take the photos unless you're sleeping and look super fucking weird. Then I have time to whip out my phone and take a photo of this.
Listen,
Hannah.
it was weird and it was funny.
I just need to document this forever.
It's for me.
After
It's
I'm
for
like,
me.
Hannah, take the photos. Hannah, I don't know. I can't take the photos. Hannah, I need you to take. I don't
took
know
the
how to take the photos.
I took
Hannah,
the photos.
take the photos.
I did of you sleeping.
Okay, I take the photos.
Okay, take photos. Yeah, sure.
That photo cracks me up because it's just so me. It's just me.
It was so great. Just like I cannot even begin to describe it, so I won't.
It's just me
just for
underneath
us.
copious amounts of blankets with my 2 little feet sticking out at the bottom.
You look dead. You look like a
I
dead body.
felt dead on the inside, if that
Yeah,
counts. Like
no, it was-
I could have at least been dead and no one would have been the wiser because that's how I felt on the inside.
It was accurately portrayed on the outside too.
Yeah.
I just walked by and you were just. I was like, yeah, I'm not.
I'm just gonna take this photo for later.
This is for me to
I'm
share
just gonna
later.
take this photo.
That's
That's how I felt about that. But that's okay.
It's fine. I didn't share it with anyone. It's okay.
This is
It's just for
this
me.
is our
It's my
friendship.
personal archive. It's okay. So in this dream that Manten is having,
Yes.
loved by all the ladies,
Because of the lustrous locks.
the hair really be doing it for him.
Indeed.
And then he runs his fingers through his hair that he's so proud of.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, like, a good chunk of it comes out between his fingers. And then just starts to
Shocked.
slowly, like, fly away out of his hands into the wind. And he's like, what? And then all of a sudden, the rest of the hair on his head does the same thing. Just, like, falls off and floats away into the sky. And then all of the girls that were around floating in the clouds start to disperse and disappear because Apparently that's what made them stick around. And so he's like, panicking, like, oh shit, no, I can fix this, ladies. I can do another hair potion. I can do XYZ. It'll come back. Please stay. And I mean, like, who doesn't have a nightmare kind of like this?
Yeah.
Kind of. Like, maybe not in the sense of
Hair.
It's
always my teeth.
Oh, yeah. I get those a lot, too.
It's always my teeth that fall out.
Yeah. I have a lot of teeth nightmares. Yeah, it's fine. I just have things to work on. It's okay.
Have issues to go through.
Well,
Trauma to process.
Listen. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Not to segue so early, but dreams, man. They
do be telling us some shit.
Yeah, you just have to look for the definitions and the answers with them and the symbolism.
Oh yeah, I miss when we used to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when I used to write down all my dreams?
Yes.
And we would talk about my dreams.
Yes. And I'm like here for it, like.
And you would just be over here Googling dream analysis for
there
me.
There is a specific
as
website
I would
that
tell
I
you
use.
all of my dreams.
Yes.
Man, those were good times.
We should do that again.
My dreams are fucking wild.
I love it. But yeah, like teeth generally from the one specific website that I use is apparently symbolism for more or less you are either someone is more or less denying you from like speaking what you want to say to them, or you are holding yourself back from saying certain things.
I mean, that's me all the time, which is amazing because it sounds like I talk mad smack all the time, but this like is not even scratching the surface.
Oh yeah, I get it. Because I have
it in so many other arenas of my life that I just hold back.
Yeah.
It's just our Baka Bitches night. We just full unleash. But it's always very specific.
It is.
It's really very specific. Yeah.
But yeah, so like that's what that dream means. So, if you ever have your teeth falling out in a dream, it's because you aren't saying the shit you want to say. So say it, I guess. But I should also take my own advice.
Say it to us so we can help.
Let us know.
We can help you.
Yeah, well, it'll be therapy for everyone. Anyway, so in this dream, his hair falls out, women scatter, and he starts falling down to the earth.
Yeah.
And then we kind of get back to the reality of the situation, which is Manten trying to find his hair and also like kind of fighting with Shippo and Kagome, if you kind of call it that. I don't really know. While Hiten and Inuyasha are actually sparring. And those two are going at it. Hot.
It's my favorite.
Also my favorite. And Manten is kind of like, I don't know, I wouldn't say playing cat and mouse, but like it's not like he's at this moment grabbing either Kagome or Shippo and like punching them in the face or anything.
Right.
So, that's a thing. And what is it? What happens? They do avoid one of his attacks. And he creates another crater that Kagome is in along with Manten. And Shippo uses a like dreidel thing, a little, I don't even think it's a dreidel. It's a spin top thing. It's a Beyblade. It's a Beyblade.
Yeah. What do they call those?
Like I think it's just like a spin top.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah, because the only word that's coming to mind is yo-yo, but I know that
Yeah.
that's not right. But they're those same type of toy.
Yeah, it's a thing that spins.
Yeah, I
and-
don't know what that specific device is called.
Yeah, it's just.
I think you're right. It's
Yeah,
just
it's a
spin
spin
top.
top. And I know a dreidel is a completely different.
What's for Hanukkah?
Yeah, that's a Jewish spin top. That's a Jewish Beyblade. I'm probably like gonna get murdered and with all the hate. It's fine.
Goodness.
No,
We don't have any listeners. Don't worry.
It's just us and our friends. And I'm also sorry, friends.
And our two friends who are not Jewish.
Sorry, my bad. So Shippo uses an illusionary thing and makes this spin top like extra big as it's spinning on top of Manten's head.
I love a good extra big spin top.
Same. Everyone needs an extra big spin top every now and then.
That's what helps for the squirt.
It really releases
The squirt.
so much.
Yeah.
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 Like maybe 40 ounces. Well,
Yes, if we were to measure.
we were to put it in a
If we were
cup.
to numerically have to measure it, sure.
Sure.
Okay. And then what?
And, so he's kind of, Manten is left in the crater. Kagome climbs up and is like, whoa, that was really great, Shippo. And Miyoga's there to ruin everything and is like, well, actually, you see, fox demons rely on trickery. So, like reality is that's just an illusion. And Kagome's like, oh, okay, well, that's fine. And that's when the little spin top thing shrinks down to a nothing little toy thing. And it was spinning, just so happens, to spin on top of Manten's last tiny little hair. And so it falls off naturally. Naturally, as it would. And so he loses his shit. Like, he is, like, beyond livid. That he now has no hair on his head and just, like, a scrawny little rat tail in the back of his head.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's fair. I feel that within my soul. And so he starts, like, really going after Kagome and Shippo and is, like, ready to, like, deal them death. And they're hiding with, like, between all of these, like, kind of upended trees and, like, mounds of dirt. And they're trying to figure out how to deal with him. And Kagome has this idea of like, oh, we need to get him distracted because I can use the arrow for a thing. Oh yeah, because she's also, while fighting quote unquote Manten, she's watching Inuyasha's fight, and she's seeing that Inuyasha's losing super bad, and her and Shippo are like, if only Hiten couldn't like fucking fly with those fire wheels on his ankles or whatever.
Yeah, she definitely had a light bulb moment. Yeah.
And she's like, that's it.
But how? How can I make it a reality?
And
with my limited resources.
And she's like, I need to grab that arrow that is still in Manten's face.
Yeah, that do be a problem.
It do be a problem. And so she's like, I have an idea. And so
she's an idea kind of person.
She is a thinker, that girl. And so as Manten is searching for the two of them, he finally stumbles upon an unconscious Kagome. And he's like, oh, Nelly found you my secret ingredient to the potion that I'm going to make my hair potion with. And that was not the lines, but I mean...
I really loved it. That really summarized it all in a nutshell. Okay. And then what happens? So he goes to pick up Kagome that he sees on the floor.
Yeah. Grabs her, and Kagome wakes up and is like, not today, and it turns out to be Shippo.
Oh. Plot twist.
Plot twist. And Shippo's hair is like alive and wrapping around both of his arms.
Yeah.
And
it's gone full Rapunzel from Tangled. Yeah. Just has a mind of its own.
And I'm impressed by that because, like, who wouldn't like alive hair?
It would be very helpful.
It would be something.
Yeah.
I think I would be scared of it at first. Because they'd be like, oh shit, my hair.
I've never experienced anything aside from that. Your hair has always been alive as a separate entity from you.
That would be wild.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so anyway.
We're both just pondering this. Yeah. So it'd be wild, but alas, this is not real life. But this is what be happening in the anime.
It do.
So janky ass Thunder Bro's like, huh?
What the
What?
fuck? Yeah.
How can this be? As he's getting more and more entangled by hair.
All of the hair.
It's like his own worst nightmare. He can't grow a hair to save his life, and he's just being entrapped by someone else's hair.
That they can control.
This is truly his own hell.
Yeah, like I'd be mad jealous too.
Right.
You know, like held prisoner by some hair.
Yeah, there was a lot of emotions happening there.
Yeah. And that's when Kagome yoinks the arrow out of his face hole, newly made face hole. Mm-hmm. And she is like, okay, great. Now we better get ourselves away from this dude, bro. And so they do, and Shippo then turns into a bow, so she can shoot the arrow. And Kagome is able to land the arrow and break one of the little wheel things on Hiten's ankles. And, you know, kind of gets him off guard for Inuyasha to make a move, which he lands a huge-ass punch to the face of Hiten. And Kagome and Shippo are just like, yeah, okay, you know what, whatever works, that's great, good for you. Proud of you.
Yeah.
And, what happens next?
Then...
my brain totally went super off course. It's fine.
Mine did not, don't worry.
Oh, bless you.
So then the Kerfuffle happened.
Did you just lie to me? You don't know what happened?
I might have had a tangent thought that I was like, you need to tell Hannah about this as soon as we're done recording.
Oh gosh.
And then you just fucking called me out right now.
I love this for us.
So
we're just gonna be here flailing. Sorry, you guys. We've been drinking. So
the Thunder Bro with the no hair, he's full knocked the fuck out. He not doing a thing anymore. And now it's Inuyasha fighting the more sexy brother.
Wait, there was a point where no hair brother was choking Kagome, but I can't remember where the fuck that was and like what necessarily caused it, because there was something that enraged him enough that
I don't really feel like any of that was important enough. It was more the other brother that started like overpowering Inuyasha, and then he had the light out of his mouth, and he just like lighted everybody's asshole up. And he, like, lighted everyone up.
He really did that.
Yeah, and then it, like, set fire to everything. And Kagome's just lying in the flames, and, like, little fox boy's lying in the flames, and Inuyasha gets all ragey, and he's like...
So ragey.
Those are my friends!
Yeah.
How dare you?
Well, I mean, like, the choking is kind of important.
No.
It is, because...
No, it's just emotions.
I have so many emotions. I'm in a glass case of emotions.
Dang it, guys, look, I'm trying to get her to move on.
No.
She's focused on the choking. We all know what Hannah's here for, is for a good choking.
Yeah.
I'm here for the plot. I'm here for the plot. Okay.
The plot is someone's hands
plot
around
thickens.
my neck. No,
hey, go on. Tell us about the choking.
It is important.
Do you remember it?
For some reason, I can't remember the specifics as to why it happened, but
a choking happened.
Baldy was enraged enough to start choking Kagome, like, relentlessly. And Inuyasha sees it, and he's like, I've got to get over there.
Right.
To protect her. And at this point, he doesn't necessarily have Tetsusaiga with him. And so I almost feel like I blacked out a little bit too.
Thanks.
I know. This
wasn't just me.
No, it was a collective blackout, I guess. But
what was in these drinks, Hannah?
I don't know. It's vodka and
more vodka and vodka.
Ginger, some lime, and slime.
Slime?
Lime. Lime.
A little bit of date rape drug in here.
Maybe. You know, to liven things up a bit. Oh my gosh. So anyways, somehow Inuyasha gets away from Hiten, which is his main opponent. Because he's like, I've got to rescue Kagome before, like, someone else chokes the life out of her. Like, I feel like that's the thing he wants to do, and, fair. So he ends up getting Tetsusaiga and is able to run it through Manten. Like, a good, thorough stabbing. And by that, I mean, like, ain't nobody coming back from that.
Right.
So, Manten is, like, slumped over. Tetsusaiga is sticking out of him. And, like, that's, when Hiten, like, loses it a bit. Just a bit. I mean, his brother got murdered in front of him. So, so he goes over to Manten and is like, brother, and Manten goes into this spiel of like, oh, I don't have any hair anymore, brother. He's like, it's fine, we'll get you new hair, it's fine, you'll get it. And he's like, no, I won't, it's fine. I'd rather be bald all over again if that means I could be your brother. Wouldn't that be nice?
No.
I know you were so, like, unenthused by all of it.
I'm not... The emotions. I can't get on this anime level of emotions. Everything is the most dramatic thing ever, and I just have zero feelings.
Stephanie, the man is dying.
Yeah, but nobody gives a fuck about him. That's the problem.
His brother does.
But nobody gives a fuck about him either.
I mean, someone maybe does.
Okay, that sounded super confident.
Yeah, I know. I've got nothing.
Okay. My point exactly.
No, but, the point is that there's brotherly love.
Sure.
Which, makes Hiten very angry that his brother passes away. Yeah. And so he takes the two shards that Manten had and uses them along with the 3 that he has to be super powered up angry boy at Inuyasha. And so their scuffle continues with Inuyasha only having the sheath of Tetsusaiga to guard himself from all of these attacks. And Miyoga's like, I'm glad that really worked out because, it was just a hunch for me that the sheath would be able to take all of that power since it holds a lot of power with Tetsusaiga. And then Inuyasha's like, you fucking flea-ass motherfucking bitch. How dare you go on a hunch with this? And everyone's like, well, you're alive, it's fine. So he continues to try to fend off Hiten as things happen. And I'm losing it again. I don't know. It's fight stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's like, how much detail do you guys really need with this?
Not that much.
Not that much. Okay. So Sheath is kind of cracking with Hiten, but during this kerfuffle thing and the Sheath being cracked, the Sheath somehow calls Tetsusaiga from far away, and it gets back into Inuyasha's hands. It goes into the big Thickums sword, and Inuyasha just does one blow with Tetsusaiga and like immediately kills Hiten. And he's like, I can't believe I lost. And those were his dying words. And the shards kind of scatter on the floor, on the ground. And at some point we thought that Shippo and Kagome have died because of an attack from Hiten or whatever.
And the purple light surrounding them.
Yeah.
The purple flamey light around them.
Yeah, and so it was the anger from Inuyasha that drew the blade and like made everything possible. And he's thinking like both of them are dead. And so after the battle, like Miyoga's like, oh, you got the shards, all 5 of them, that's great. And Inuyasha straight up is just like, I don't even care about that. I lost my friends. And then we see Kagome and Shippo together in this blazy blue light. And they're like, well done, Inuyasha, you did so good. I'm so proud of you. You did the thing. That's great. And he's like, oh, you're here. And Miyoga's like, yeah, that's their spirits before they're taken off to the other realm. And Inuyasha's like, oh, no, I don't want that to happen. Please stay. And reaches out, grabs Kagome's wrist. And then you just get a shot of like all this blue light shooting up into the sky and then disappearing. And then Inuyasha looks down and realizes he's still holding Kagome's hand. So it wasn't her spirit. And they're like, what the fuck are you doing? And Inuyasha was just like, I thought you were dead. I thought you were like, that was your soul leaving the earth. And they're like, you dumb bitch. We didn't die because Shippo's dad's spirit protected them with like blue foxfire. And that was actually just his spirit, going up into heaven or whatever.
Right.
So yeah, and then
So it's just a prank, brah.
it wasn't me. It wasn't
Inuyasha
me.
was so upset about that too, wasn't he?
He was so angry.
He was
about
like,
it.
wow, I really had real emotions thinking you had been deceased, and how dare you not actually be dead?
Like, it made me feel things
I'm
I
just
didn't want to feel.
pouring feelings out over here.
And yeah, so he's a grumpopotamus the whole time. Like,
Truly.
but out of embarrassment because, like, you know how they do. These types of guys, they just got to be angry about feeling embarrassed.
That they do.
So, that's where he kind of stands, is like, he admitted way too many feelings in the moment. And that's how we leave it. They're just walking along and on to the next adventure.
Yeah. Baka, bye!